Hello and welcome to Sowing Seeds into Men. Bishop Stewart speaking. It's so good to be able to share with you again today. And for whomever is looking at this YouTube, welcome. And we are doing our best to encourage the brethren, men. We men need encouragement, including this man who's speaking. Today's seed is as follows. An average person's risk is lost within the crowd, but a leader's risk is seen by the crowd. You know, sometimes I wonder where all that comes from, but anyway, that's so true. That's simply saying that a leader, whatever they do, people see them doing it and they see the risk they take, and so therefore a leader is open to criticism, a leader is open to failing before a multitude, a leader is open to making mistakes before everybody, but that is what goes with leadership. The average person, they take risk also, but they don't take risk enough for people to see them and people to be able to criticize them. So, you brethren, you are leaders. And when you take a risk in business, take a risk in doing what your heart tells you to do, God is always going to bail you out, but if you trust Him. But you put yourself in a position where you're not in the audience anymore, you're on the stage. I remember as a young man years ago when this friend of mine who was a teacher and very popular in the community at the time, and he was making a comment about this individual who had been promoted to a leadership role. And he made, his name was Lionel Riley. And if Lionel Riley is alive and looking at this, I would certainly like for you to respond to me. But he said, now that person is in the chair of criticism. You see, because they were promoted. Because when they make decisions, everybody is going to see their decision making, whether it's prosperous or not. Can you imagine President Obama? He can't play golf without everybody knowing whether he did good or bad. Can you imagine how many things impacts his life because he's the president? And he takes risks like you take risks, but everybody sees his risk. And sometimes people, they say, well, that was a bad decision. And it may have been, but the average person, they can make bad decisions, but most people will never see it, and you're not in a position to be criticized. And so, when you get to the place where you are literally in leadership, and as a man, if you are a husband or a father, or in a position of leadership in some corporation or in your business, when you make a mistake based on the risk that you've taken, you have a crowd of people looking at you. But that goes along with the territory, and you should accept that and don't get upset because people don't like the decision you make. That goes along with it. So, brother, my encouragement to you today is do what you believe is right. Moses was criticized for decisions he made. Sometimes the people wanted to kill him. Paul was criticized for the decisions he made. Sometimes they wanted to kill him. And out of all of the people that we know, Jesus was criticized for the decision he made. And not only did they want to kill him, they did kill him. So that goes along with the territory, and your trust has to be in your heart that you made the right decision, and you have to trust God to bring you out and justify your work and your decision based on what He thinks and not what other people think. All right, so that's the seed for today, so take it and run with it. God bless every one of you that's looking. And be sure to email me if you have any comments or any suggestions at frankstewart@zcfla.org. frankstewart@zcfla.org. Look forward to talking to you again. God's best be yours.